We bring you to how it's ended.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. Gasol with the steal. Morris with the ball. Now Covington defending. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediately. And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Now here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Phoenix.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
That's a 2 from Lillard, kept alive, and Kanter able to finish.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lets it go from the wing. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Lillard. Hits from the high post. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Now Kanter. After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. And the shot is good.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Back to James. Gasol tried to free himself up.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Lakers working the ball around now. Kuzma can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons the pass to Lillard. Again the miss by the Trailblazers. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And Harrell slams it in.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Right at the free throw line, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 8 points.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Cantor against Harrell. Cantor dishes to Lillard. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
Lillard outside. Rebound by Harrell.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
From 13, that shot no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. Pass to Simons. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's Anthony with the drive. The game now all-time.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. 5 on the clock. Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. This lost sense of time and the situation.
Now Schroeder after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And Jones pulls it down. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And then Lillard slams it in.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now here's LeBron. He picked up 18 points in their last one against Indiana.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Lillard the pass to Little. Here we go, one-on-one. And LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell-Pope. Love seeing that.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Morris. Outside for Gasol. It's stolen by Little. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. They get the rebound. Pass to Trent. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And the dunk by James.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Now here's Lillard. 12 points for him. Goes up from the top of the key. They get it back.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
1:10 left in the second quarter. Caldwell Pope right side. And there's the pass to Morris. LeBron drives in. It's good. 16 points for LeBron.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard left side, and Lillard throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Lillard surveying the D, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Now here's James. 18 points for him, and finished off by LeBron.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Inside with 2 seconds.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
And all right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points, 2 and that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Lakers leading by 4. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And now here comes Jones leading the break. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jones has got it all tied up now for Portland.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
James finds Schroeder. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
And they take the lead. Lillard's got 21.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Back to Schroeder. And the wide open shot from Morris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
That's a 2 from Lillard. No good off the back of the rim.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
So both teams making some changes here. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 1. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Horton Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Cantor pulls it down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Caruso after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Good work defensively by Anthony. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Here's Caruso. Horton Tucker, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Gasol. And again, the Lakers no good. Portland leading by 3. Here's Jones. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got 6 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Hood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive number.
Caldwell Pope kicks to James. That's tipped. There's a minute left to play here in the third. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Nasir Little picks one up. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical. Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Now here's LeBron. 26 points for him.
You know, that's one of the reasons LeBron is so hard to defend. He puts you in a tough spot, forces you to foul him because he's so strong and athletic, and then he gets himself to the line.
That one is no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
James looking around. .23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. No good with the layup. Down low, Simons, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Fast break, the Lakers. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Now LeBron. The feed to Morris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Anthony with the bucket.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Lakers passing it around. Lillard against Morris. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. The baseline J. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from LeBron. Lillard fires away from way outside. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Lillard against Schroeder. From 15 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Lakers trail by 10 and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony. Schroeder finds James, snatched away. Lillard against Schroeder. Here's Trent. Kicks it out to Covington. No good on the 3. Jones against Schroeder. James left side. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard.
And you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down. But LeBron still going strong.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
James outside. Good work there as it goes. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop LeBron. I mean, he's strong, and when he gets up ahead of steam, he's a freight train.
And Lillard gets double teamed to the middle. Here's Cantor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the beat.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. Shooting foul as the whistle blows, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfect. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
James in the post, defended by Jones. Here's Morris. And again, no good by the Lakers. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Hood subbed in for Derek Jones. Lakers trail by 11. Gasol finds James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Portland.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so looking at their numbers, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And in what's been a very competitive season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1 with one left to play against the Lakers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Out to the wing. Here's Simons. Knocks down the three ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Pass to Simons. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
favorite moment being there?
Man, I look forward to All-Star Weekend every single year, but my favorite event is always the dunk contest.
Well, you got to bring me a souvenir. You have my address, so let's make it happen.
Next week, I'll be back at 2K headquarters. Until then, here are some of my highlights from All-Star. Enjoy.
The beaches of Santa Monica. And before we get going, let's hear.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And players getting some rest during the All-Star break, but also, Doris, having a chance to refocus on their mission.
Kevin, you absolutely sense the urgency increase right after the All-Star break. The best tend to want to make their move and be playing their best basketball. And so the competitiveness goes skyrocketing.
There's the pass to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. James. The shot misses. Nice D from Porzingis. Pass to Kleba. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. James looking around.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
I don't know how often we can say we get to watch a once-in-a-generation talent, but how lucky are we to watch LeBron do his thing.
Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Left side, Porzingis. Kleba against Morris. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 3 to shoot. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Gasol. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Well, you think about Marc Gasol. This is a former defensive player of the year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career. But this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Now here's James. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Indiana.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
And Doris, with Gasol, it's on the defensive end where his impact is felt the most.
That's exactly right. He still makes life difficult for opposing.
Wow, hammering it in!
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Doncic finds Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. LeBron against Richardson. And Gasol sends it back.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Here's Finney-Smith. Gasol trying to free himself up. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. The Lakers trail. James in the post. Richardson covering. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Gasol.
LeBron just shrugs off any and all contact when he has a good look at the rim like that.
Out to Doncic. Kleba with it. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
James outside. And finished off by LeBron.
Just textbook basketball, right? James's IQ for the game so high, his vision and court awareness so good, he can exploit that pick and roll so effectively.
Doncic against Schroeder. Here's Porzingis out to Doncic. The offensive rebound. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway from outside. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the Laker 5.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against Indiana. Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. Now the Lakers on the break.
Oh, good anticipation. KCP reads the play, makes the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Johnson outside. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Pass to Caruso. Over Brunson. Here's Kuzma. That shot missing. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Powell. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Out to Kuzma. 2 on the clock. And the Lakers get it back. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Passes to Cauley Stein. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 1.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Hardaway passes to Powell. Johnson dishes to Powell. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
He has proven to be a quality finisher off the pick and roll. Dwight Powell can adjust midair to get his shot.
Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope. Out to Kuzma. Off target from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Back to Hardaway. Now here's Cauley Stein. He's covered closely. Powell against Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Brunson. The pass to Cauley Stein. To the paint. Here's Powell. A rebound by the Lakers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Hardaway finds Powell. Now Brunson. Pass to Powell. 4 on the clock, and the layup is good.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Kuzma left side to the middle, and Harrell the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
We know this. Montrezl Harrell in close proximity has tremendous touch.
Johnson outside. Out to Hardaway. Cauley Stein in the post. Oh, that's blocked.
Oh, that's merciless. Kuzma plays with such competitive energy, wasn't letting that shot get off.
And that one's good. Caruso.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Cauley Stein, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Cauley Stein hits them both. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And here is James. 10 points for him. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the calls stick. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at James, what a contribution.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And this is why people believe Porzingis is a long-term star in the NBA. He can carry a team for long stretches.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
And that's exactly what they needed at this point in the game. He goes to the go-to move and extends the lead.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Richardson attacking. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Doncic.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And the call on the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Powell inside. He's against Kuzma. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, that's about decision-making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
LeBron James on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Richardson kicks to Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
This guy moves so well with the ball in his hands, and Doncic knows how to initiate contact and get himself to the line when he puts it on the deck.
Dallas calls timeout. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Kuzma passes to Caruso. It's Kuzma penetrating. And Kuzma slams it in.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
Outside Hardaway. And the pass to Marjanovic. Doncic feeling it out. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's James. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Porzingis on the follow. And now a 6-point Dallas lead.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
Now don't give LeBron James a lane to the hoop because he will be ruthless in his attack. He takes advantage anytime he sees daylight.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Los Angeles making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Schroeder against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Harrell finds Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. It's Kuzma penetrating. Good.
And such a determined scorer. When challenging the defense, Kuzma won't take no for an answer.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Porzingis. Pass to Brunson. And here is Hardaway. Guarded by Kuzma. Hardaway against Kuzma. Lets it go from 11. Hardaway. The Lakers with the rebound. 1 second left. Oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And how about the use of that final possession? Perfect.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Marc Gasol, Caldwell Pope out there with Morris, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 slot. That's the Laker 5. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Morris, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Johnson.
He's showing off a polished skill set, is Markieff Morris. Didn't get him the bucket, but earned a trip to the stripe.
James checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. And Dallas with a change here, too. Richardson's checked in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That one goes in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 3-point game.
At his size, LeBron is a handful inside, and sometimes you can't help but foul him to try and prevent that easy bucket.
Powell, he's checked in for James Johnson. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Passes it to Brunson. He feeds it to Powell. No good on that one. Gasol with the defensive effort. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. LeBron outside. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Richardson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the first one drops. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And boy, has his stroke been on the money.
LeBron against Richardson. Pass to Gasol. In the corner, it's Morris. James, the pass to Gasol. Caldwell Pope outside. Lock at 6. Inside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Up again. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Porzingis passes to Kleber. Kicks to Doncic. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
James in the post. Guarded by Doncic. Here's Richardson. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis to tie it up. Now the feed to Richardson. And stolen by LeBron. Now the Lakers on the break. Outside Gasol. Now the pass to Schroeder. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. And Doncic, here we go. Count it.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. LeBron against Doncic. James. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Richardson. Dallas moving it around to take the lead. And it's Porzingis laying it in. 16 points for Porzingis.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
And stolen by Richardson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson's running.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
No one near James as he lets it go. Here's Gasol. And again, unable to change momentum here. Dallas leading by 4. On the wing, Doncic. Kleber kicks to Doncic. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Porzingis on the foul.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Here's LeBron. The putback, and Gasol able to finish.
Well, Marc Gasol has done this a time or 2, and that's a big-time delivery.
To the left wing, back to Doncic. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Count that one.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Here's LeBron. Money!
Well, should any of us be surprised? If they need a bucket, LeBron says, get me the ball, and delivers once again.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Jacks up a 3. And it's Doncic missing. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Richardson gets a wide open look. And that one drops.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. stunning view of the moon. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Portland. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out Dallas, 2 spots down.
And when I look at Dallas, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Jones, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 guard. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings midseason?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. It's good.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
To the right side. Porzingis finds Doncic. The pass to Cauley Stein. Out to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From the arc. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Count the basket.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Doncic. The Blazers getting the bucket. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got his second bucket.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? It's good on the putback.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Richardson against Lillard. Right side Jones. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Lillard against Doncic. Fires the 3. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the wing on the left. Knocks it loose. Cauley Stein kicks to Porzingis. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And Jones slams it in.
Well, Cantor always thought of as a scorer first. That time, an excellent job spotting his teammate and getting the ball to him.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Feeds to Cauley Stein. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Cauley Stein, and he makes good on the layup.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Here's Simons. 3 seconds left, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 8. And we'll get... When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Dwight Powell is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the Mavericks call time here. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Brunson against Lillard. Count that one.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Outside Hardaway. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. The feed to Cauley Stein. Shoots over Covington. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Cauley Stein. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Lillard, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lillard's got 6.
And Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off, and found some space there.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know, for that Pelicans game, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And again, Dallas turns it over.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Dallas making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Trent's checked in. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. And it's good for 2. Mavericks trail by 9. 44 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Kleber slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Hood, the pass to Simons. To the inside. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Johnson can't hit.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And here's Doncic. 12 points for him. Down low, Kleber. And Kleber slams it in.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Portland came out ready to play. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a... That's all for now.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Lillard looking around. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Doncic against Jones. And Doncic throws it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Inside, and stolen by Cauley Stein. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that 3.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Shoots from the high post. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Puts up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Doncic. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Josh enjoying this and 1 opportunity. Good job finishing despite the defense knocking him around a bit.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Lillard from outside. That one misses.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Doncic kicks to Powell. Back to Doncic. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Anthony, the bucket is good. He'll have a chance for 1 more. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
That's a time where coaches are telling you wrap up the offensive player. Hard to do with Carmelo Anthony so strong when going to the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Johnson comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Kleber. Pass to Brunson. Kleber inside. Kicks it out to Richardson. And another shot. And it's laid up and in by Kleber. Kleber's got 6 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Brunson. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 19-7 run. Brunson finds Hardaway. Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Pass to Kleber. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Passes a little. Shoots over Brunson. Portland again missing.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Portland, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
It's stolen by Jones. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's Dallas. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got James Johnson, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. To the paint, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. And he dunks it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Nice strength shown there by Enes Kanter, showing real muscle. Whenever the defense is trying to get physical with him, he has an answer.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Johnson. Josh Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic feeling it out. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
Both free throws good from Doncic. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. Looking to get back on track here. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Lillard from outside, cans it from downtown.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Lillard against Doncic. Now, here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. Here's Porzingis. The shot from the low post is good. Porzingis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Porzingis making it count. Wants to come through big time and does here.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
And Doncic gets it to go.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Trent passes to Cannon. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Little. The pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Oh, good on that one. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. There's the dish to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
What timing on the glass. Cauley Stein up there and flushing the miss back.
Lillard from outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Drains the three-pointer.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Well, a chance to check out some stats for LeBron James.
And, guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by James. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And Gasol sends it back. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Here's Schroeder, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. Good, and the assist goes to James. Schroeder's got his second basket.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
This is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
And Lillard throws it down.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
LeBron with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Indiana.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Now Lillard, after Markieff Morris's three-pointer that didn't go. Jones. Gasol tried to free himself up. Doesn't go for him. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Here's Lillard. He's off on that one. Good D by Gasol. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Stolen by Cantor. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Here's Trent, finished off the break.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
LeBron James on the wing. And there's the pass to Gasol. It's not going to go for him. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. Portland moving the ball around. And Jones slams it home.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
LeBron outside. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. And James throws it down.
He's not a guy who's going to sit back and settle for jumping. He's going to get to the bucket every time he can.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Caldwell Pope against Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first free throw is good.
And look at Mark's brother Powell. I mean, the top 3 pick. Mark went in the second round. But if Mark stays healthy, the career comparisons will get really interesting. Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Simons. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Horton Tucker. Portland making their last shot. And the Lakers with another miss. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Anthony. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Caruso. currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 34 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Simons. Pass to Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
You can't be too physical with Covington. He's tough. He's athletic, and he knows how to force the issue.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Here's Caruso. 12 seconds left in the first. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. A steal. Fast break. Here we go. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Great job at staying engaged right there. Hood's opportunistic attitude helping him grab steals like these.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Trailblazers lead. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training in summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And he makes that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And James throws it down hard.
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And then Lillard slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Now here's James. He's got 6. The shot's good from Gasol.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Jones, no luck. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And those are the games that really hurt. I mean, you're playing well, the effort's there, and in the end, it still isn't enough.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. And here's the fast break. Here's Little. And the rejection by James.
Oh, love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Here's Simons. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Out to Anthony. He feeds it to Little. That shot off. Good work defensively by Morris. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And finished off by LeBron.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Simons surveying the D. Rebound by Harrell. The Lakers in the lead. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's his first foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here is LeBron. He's got 10. And the layup is good. James has got 12.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Simons. Feeds to Anthony. And stolen by Kuzma. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. No good from LeBron.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Simons. And the rejection by Harrell. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Simons, and he goes in for the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now here's Harrell. A 17-point game for him in the win against Indiana. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Little gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. James looking it over. Pass to Harrell. Tipped away. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 on the shot clock, and the dunk by James.
Whether he's driving, posting up, or firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. He's been a fantastic evening for him.
7 seconds left here in the second. With 1 on the clock, and it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points. And that's a wrap.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. It's Jones on the wing. He's defended by Harrell. Jones against Caldwell Pope. Jones the pass to Kanter. Shot clock at 6. Out to the wing. Lillard from outside. They get it back. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Enes Kanter.
Now, that's the staple of Kanter's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. James the pass to Harrell. Offline with the baseline jumper. Trailblazers trail by 3. Jones dishes to Lillard. And that one drops. Lillard's got 10.
You can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on these drives.
Here's LeBron, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Markieff Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
The Lakers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. To the middle. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Trent.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now, here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Nobody near Lillard. He nails it, and we're tied up. Lillard's got 13 points.
Well, that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For the lead, the Trailblazers with a new shot clock.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Caruso. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Kuzma. The feed to Morris. Here's the pass to Horton Tucker. 4 on the shot clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Los Angeles, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. The first one falls. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he makes both free throws. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Hood finds Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. There's 1:17 left here in the third quarter. Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and Morris throws it down.
The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Little can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Caruso. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got 6 points.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Offensive rebound. Lakers leading by 4. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Simons the pass to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Inside, Harrell out to Kuzma. Here's Harrell. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Los Angeles on top, up 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got LeBron James. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. James outside. Gasol trying to free himself up, and it's James missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
That one falls.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
LeBron James on the wing. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Up again. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Trent gets the bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Here's James, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Anthony, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Both free throws good from Anthony. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. James outside. It's tipped.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Now LeBron. And the dunk by James.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Schroeder against Lillard. Passes it to Cantor. Over Gasol. Cantor's shot is off. Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Basket good. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Great open look there.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
James outside. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard outside. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. And Covington stays with it.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's LeBron. The teardrop falls in. James has got 23.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Lillard against Schroeder. And Lillard gets double teamed. Trent passes to Lillard. 6 to shoot. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. And a switch here also for Portland. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Covington against LeBron. Morris dishes to James. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard, right side, and Cantor throws it down.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
James has a two-pointer. And too long on the shot. Blazers on offense. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Outside, Covington. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Some stats for Luka Doncic.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gasol, out to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot, and the dunk by LeBron.
The raw power of James excels at taking on physical defense and finishing.
Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Off target with his 3. And so Gasol will bring it up for Los Angeles. And LeBron throws it down.
The king, timeless, saying, I'm going to keep doing what I do until they catch up with me.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Schroeder against Doncic. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Here's James. Porzingis with the block. Got a piece of it. Here's Doncic, and he drops it in from the low post. Doncic has got 6.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
The drive by James. Can't cash in from close range.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Dishes it to Richardson. Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Schroeder. Chalk up 2 there. 8 points for him.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Now James. He picked up 18 points in the last win against Indiana. And he gets it back. Morris finds Gasol. LeBron drives in. Nice D from Porzingis.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and starting, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Out to Hardaway. Misses the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And yes, it's good.
The stride gets Kuzma to the basket in a flash. No time for the defense to collapse.
Mavericks leading by 4. Johnson outside. Outside Hardaway. Dishes to Powell. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Harrell. Passes it to Horton Tucker. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Hardaway. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Brunson. Last game, 26 points. Here's Richardson. Feeds it to Powell. Richardson outside. Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
A heads up on the money pass from Richardson, showing us his all-around game.
Kuzma passes to Harrell. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Right wing. Shoots over Brunson. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 7. We'll get things started in the second quarter when... And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point. Harrell. Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. And that one's good, Caruso.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Richardson finds Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Richardson. Lays it up off the glass. Richardson's got 4 this quarter.
You talk about a guy who's added some strength over the years. Look at the hit Josh took, and he was still able to convert.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. Pass to Harrell. And 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Harrell. That one good for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
You can't give a steamroller like LeBron that kind of opening. He'll bury you every time.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
James outside. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Doncic against Schroeder. And Doncic throws it down.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
On the wing, James. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Over Harrell. That one wide left.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range. Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Pocket 6. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
James outside. Porzingis with the block. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The drive by LeBron. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Ball stolen. Fast break, the Lakers about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
LeBron's explosiveness right there. If you're not a step early, you're probably going to foul him.
The Lakers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight, and both free throws good for LeBron. 8 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Doncic from the arc, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 assists. And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Shot, high post. Here's Doncic. Porzingis, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's James. He's got 21. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
You know, not many people want to step in front of LeBron. Once he gets up a full head of steam, can't say I blame him.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. It's good.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Lakers trail by 7. LeBron James on the wing. Down low, here's Gasol. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic against James. Porzingis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
To the paint, here's Morris. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. And the dunk by LeBron.
An incredible move to the basket right there. But hey, we've come to expect that kind of thing from him.
Dallas leading by 7. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
James outside. Porzingis with the block. Fast break Dallas. And here they go. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Richardson. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas. Schroeder passes to Morris. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Mavericks with the rebound. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic against Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Back to Porzingis. It's Powell on the wing. Passes it to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Caruso kicks to Kuzma. The drive by LeBron. That one drops for him. LeBron's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Lakers. Johnson dishes to Hardaway. Brunson the pass to Johnson. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
No one near James as he lets it go. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's LeBron. Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 35.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Johnson kicks to Brunson. Johnson, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Hardaway, and that one clearly a foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Hardaway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
A rebound by Johnson. Mavericks leading by 14. Brunson kicks to Johnson. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. To the inside, Cauley Stein, and the layup falls.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's LeBron, stolen by Brunson, and it's the Mavericks on the break. Drops in the breakaway layup, and the Mavericks lead by 18. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Kuzma passes to Caruso. Here's Harrell. Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for James Johnson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Schroeder against Kleba, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis. First one falls for him. And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. Schroeder hits them both.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Rejected by Gasol.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 2.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Dallas.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Johnson, the pass to Cauley Stein. Doncic outside. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got 30.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Connects from three-point range.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
James laid in with a nice touch off the glass. LeBron's got 39.
Willing to do whatever it takes to win, LeBron sacrificed his body on a nightly basis.
From deep three-point range, that one doesn't go. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now for Greg.
You know, they did a great job.
You famously posterized LeBron in your rookie year. If you haven't already, what other NBA star or player would you like to dunk on next?
I remember last time, before the season, I said I wanted to dunk on Al.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome to 2K Sports. Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, they've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
And so it's Dallas with Portland making their last shot. No good from Finney-Smith. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
The drive by Doncic. Damian Lillard pulls it in. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. But players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
Here's Lillard. The Mavericks making the shot. Kanter, the pass to Jones, and Jones slams it in.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
Back to Doncic. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Kleber, and Covington sends it back. Second change shot.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
That shot wide open.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Covington with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. James Johnson's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Covington. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix. And here's Brunson. Here's Porzingis. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Now here's Brunson, following the miss by Rodney Hood. Powell against Covington. Powell, that's good.
Yeah, Powell showing you right there that he can play through contact. Very physical and good concentration, too, to get that up and down.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Dallas moving it around. Hardaway passes to Powell. Rebounded by Covington.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hood can't get it to go. The Mavericks trailing. Trying to find Kanter. Gets it to him. And that one is good. Kanter's got 8 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4 of 4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Richardson dishes to Powell. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Simons, the pass to Canner. Count it, good. He's got 10.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Richardson outside. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Enes Kanter for Portland. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he did.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. Here's Simons after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Simons, the pass to Hood. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Simons and the powerful one-handed slam.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis comes in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Yep, that one goes in there.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Doncic against Lillard. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Lillard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Phoenix.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And stolen by Lillard. Jones drives in. Out to Anthony. Pass to Cantor. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Cauley-Stein, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Anthony finds Jones. Here's Trent. Kicks it out to Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Now 3 off the mark. Mavericks trail by 3. And Doncic, here we go.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Lillard against Doncic. Shooting 5. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Portland with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Lillard dishes to Covington. Off on the layup. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Kleba with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Lillard. Following the score by Dallas. The putback, Kleba with the rebound. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Covington sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Jones is running. And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Back to Johnson. Shoots over Covington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And he's just had one attempt at the line early. And he sinks the second. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And now, thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Enes Kanter had no problems getting going. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. And that one's good. Doncic.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Kanter. He's got 14. Got a piece of it. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Doncic against Lillard. Connects in the foul line jumper. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Richardson outside. Kleba with it. Covington's there. Kleba with the bucket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. Over Doncic. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV Center. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Lillard. After Luka Doncic's bucket to the middle, Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Doncic. 12 points for him. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Shoots over Doncic. And again, it's Portland converting.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Damian Lillard. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 10. The 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Richardson. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Cantor. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. And that one, good. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Poked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Plays it in off the breakaway. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Out to Anthony. Just his first attempt. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Now here's Brunson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here's Cauley Stein, and the shot goes down. He's got 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Simons. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Brunson. Right side, Hardaway. The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First free throw is good.
You know, for Tim Hardaway Jr., it's the family business. His dad was a pro and an outstanding one in his own right in the NBA. So Jr. knows exactly what it takes to excel at this level.
Here's Simons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So he gets them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then it's James Johnson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And they pick up 2. Hood's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Brunson. Feeds it to Johnson. Back to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night, and now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look now for Portland. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Johnson. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Now, here's Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Richardson. Here's Doncic. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 83% accuracy.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Out to Hood. Outside, Covington. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight, and an intentional foul right there. Here's Doncic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Little, he's checked in for Portland.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team. This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now, here's Doncic. Some solid defense from Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Takes it out to Covington. Hood dishes to Cantor. Inside, Lillard. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Lillard's got 15 points here in the second half. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Doncic, here we go. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call, Portland the foul.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
To the paint, here's Hood. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Now, here's Kleber. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 26 points.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Lillard attacking. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Well, you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I love seeing Anthony come up with big plays in these moments because his team is dependent on him to score, especially when the game is tight.
Now, here's Doncic. Richardson outside. It's to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
There's 25 seconds left in the game.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Yes!
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Money!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
The 3 for Doncic. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win. And
all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.